Actually, we are good to go. Mic check for me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Color and why?
Hot pink, because how can you be sad when you're wearing hot pink?
Good stuff.
That's a good answer. Oh man, this is always the hardest question for me of what is my biggest professional accomplishment. And I would say one of them would definitely be getting a job in New York City designing for Calvin Klein right out of school. And I would say tied for it now would possibly be my book and or my exhibit at the Cornell, because they're just huge opportunities that I prayed for and you hope happen. So to see them come to life is really unreal. I'm going right here, okay, Stella Bell? I'll be right here so you could stay right there. So this piece I named We Are All Stars because I truly believe that every woman, man, person is a star in their own right. So I was really inspired always with glitter and sequins. So this one was a monster. I stopped counting at, I want to say, 200 yards of fabric, tulle fabric, that all had to be shirred and gathered and applied onto the skirt, which was 2 different layers, one being sequin and then the iridescent paillettes, and then with the star fabric. And then when I was draping it, I realized that we weren't getting enough impact of the tulle and the sheer, so we had to cut out all the stars and then apply them on. So my husband actually cut out all the stars, and then another girl from my team and I positioned them on, and then we attached them all. So it was a ton of work. And when we got, we also made the swing, so all of those I had to attach all the tassels and pom-poms onto the swing, and I wanted this glitter rope so when the light hit it, you had that shimmer effect. And then once I started installing it with the team here, we realized that there were some focal points that I wasn't pleased with. The top of her head was just like a gray dome, and from when you are looking at the piece from the second floor, it just wasn't what I wanted people to feel. So I decided to make a star crown, and everyone thought I had lost my mind because then I decided I was gonna make the shoes and we were gonna put writing on the bottom, and then I'm making a crown, and then I was adding to the swing, so I scared everyone half to death. But somehow we got it done. But yeah, I really wanted that, especially since it is in the atrium and it is the focal point from both doors when you enter the museum. I wanted you to have something to look at every angle in the entire space. So that required me walking every angle and figuring out how I could give some kind of interest from each point, which there's a lot of them. So yeah, that I still am amazed that I got to make something like this in this kind of a space and have fun. My favorite moment in my career so far, I think probably was the first time I did New York Fashion Week. It had been my goal since I was in college, and to see my pieces on a runway with all the press there snapping shots and the theater full of people, especially coming from a theater background, it was just this magical experience that I can't describe in words. So it was like mind-blowing to be able to have that kind of an experience in my 20s especially. I like to say it as a juggle and not a balance. When you have a million things going on at one time, there's always something being dropped, and anybody who says that's not the case is lying or has some kind of secret weapon that I need. So it's about just figuring out the priority for that moment. And sometimes that means I'm spending time with my daughter, which means I'm not working on something business related. And sometimes it's working on something business related and I have to find a way to entertain my daughter. But it's all about the juggle and just trying your best every day. And some days are amazing and I feel like I killed it, and other days I feel like they killed me. But I think that's just the reality of being someone who does a lot of different things.